can do it all at one time. It just saves you that step. Hey guys, I'm Nate. Welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I'd talk you through my thought exercise on upgrading a manual Hellcat power wise, and kind of what I think you need to think about before you start getting really high levels with a manual. I know there's some of y'all, because I've seen your comments, that haven't done some of this stuff and the car's held up pretty well, but for me this is the stuff I would want to consider. So if you're thinking about upgrading a manual Hellcat and you're wondering, all right, well, where are going to be like the weak links in the car, this is for you. First thing, when these cars came out, number one things people were talking about on the automatics were, yeah, you know, you put some sticky tires on this and you're blowing up the drive shaft, blowing up the half shafts, that kind of stuff. Why aren't people running into the same issues with the manual? And that's mostly because your clutch is going to be your weak link. And I can tell you from personal experience, when I first got this car, this is the most powerful car I've ever owned, by the way. The car that I had before this with the most power that was a manual was a 392 Challenger. That's 470 horsepower, respectable, but it's not anywhere like this. So what did Dodge do with this car? Well, this is the same manual unit, I think the same clutch that's in the Viper. So you would think, yeah, that's fine. Viper is 650 horsepower. It's true, but the Viper is also a much lighter car than the Challenger is. The clutch is going to do a lot more in a Challenger than it's going to do in a Viper. It's going to take a lot more abuse. And I noticed if I wasn't super quick off the clutch in this car, you start getting that clutch smell. So point number one, you got a manual Hellcat, be quick on and off the clutch. You really don't want to wear it out like that. If I was to upgrade the power, this clutch probably will be the first thing to go. So you're going to want to look at an upgraded clutch. First thing you're going to want to do on this car if you're getting real serious about power. So what are your options out there? There used to be, I have to see if they're still in business, Bad Boys Garage made an incredibly nice looking clutch kit. The problem was it was super expensive. In I think $3,000 or $5,000 for one of those, just a clutch. That doesn't include installation. There's also McLeod, which I think is a lot more reasonable. It's about $1,200 for a clutch kit. That's probably the one that I'm going to go with when this clutch finally does have its day and give up. All right, so you finally did the clutch. Now what's the next thing you want to do? Well, gonna look at the automatic guys, right? So what do they run into? Drive shaft, first thing that goes out. So you can get an aluminum drive shaft. Most people seem to be going with drive shaft shop. Take it in, good to go. All right, took care of your drive shaft. The next thing that's gonna go, this is not gonna go on the street. So if you're using street tires, hooking on the street, most of your driving is on the street, you really just want to do street launches, you're probably gonna be fine with all of these components. The clutch, if you're doing a lot of clutch dumps, then yeah, you're probably gonna want to update that. But unless you're updating your tires, getting super sticky drag radial tires, then, and unless you're going to the drag strip where the strip surface is prepped, ready to go for launch, that's where you're gonna be putting a lot of your strain on your drivetrain components, because when it sticks and goes, that energy has to go somewhere, right? So think about it. If you're slipping, you're dissipating some of that energy when the tires are slipping, and so not going to put that much wear on your components. But if you have sticky tires, that's what you want out of a launch, right? You want to stick and go, and you dump your clutch at the right place. Well, that energy now to launch you forward has to go through all of these components, right? So what's going to go? The drive shaft's going to go, and the half shafts in the back. Those are the components that you're going to want to look at upgrading. That's kind of my take, is if I decide to go with more power on this car, I know I'm going to be looking at a clutch job sometime in the future. So that's part of the reason why I got that lift. If you saw the video on why I got a lift, that was one of the main reasons I got a lift. Was A, I wanted to be able to do my own servicing in the car, save some time, know it's done right, check for things while I'm doing my servicing, but also at some point I'm going to need to replace the clutch. And if I can have a lift where the car can just be sitting on a lift for a little while, I can take my time to do that replacement, because that is pretty time consuming. That's awesome. That's one of the main reasons. So at some point I'll replace the clutch. I'll go with a McLeod. I do want to do it myself. Never done a clutch job myself, but I want to do it myself so I can learn and I can get that experience of doing it and save some money in the process. And then after I'm done with that, I'll probably do the drive shaft at the same time while I have the car up. I replaced this shifter a while ago, so this is a Barton Shifter. Love it. You have to do a lot of the same stuff. So if you're thinking about replacing your shifter, and if you're thinking about doing power adders, and you want to replace your clutch, it might be easier you do kind of all of those at the same time, because I'm gonna have to take the whole gear shifter out anyways to drop the transmission to replace the clutch. So you can do it all at one time. It just saves you that step, because as relatively simple of a job, just meticulous replacing the shifter was, it still was pretty time consuming. So that would be my recommendation. While you're down there, you might as well do a skip shift, and I'll do a more in-depth review on how the skip shift installation is. It's super easy while I have the car up on the lift. Next time I do an oil change, just walk you through where that goes. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Check out these next videos, and I'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.